Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another session of Babul Ilm Storytelling. We're in our Ramadan special. Alright, let's have our dua hands up everyone. Session of the Ramadan shows.
Allahumma
Ramadan
salli
Mubarak once
ala
again.
Muhammadin
So
wa
we are
ali
first going to start
Muhammad.
with our dua.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma akhrijni min dhulumatil waham wa akrimni binuril faham. Allahumma aftah alayna abwaba rahmatik وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
Okay, are you ready to see your pictures from the last week's show? Watch out for your picture.
Well, we've scanned the sky and we've sighted the moon, and we welcome the month of Ramadan, when we'll fast together for Allah to help and strengthen our iman. Oh, it was so very long ago in the holy month of Ramadan. Allah sent His message to the world, the holy book of Al-Quran, a light to shine for all mankind, a guide to teach us right from wrong. First revealed on the night of power, with peace until the rising of the dawn. So we've scanned the sky and we've sighted the moon, and we welcome the month of Ramadan, when we'll fast together for Allah.
Inshallah, I love to see your houses all decorated for the month of Ramadan. And if you haven't, that's absolutely fine. Anything simple just to make you feel, just to feel the Ramadan spirit. As well as those date smoothies, they tasted really good, right? So just remember, dates are very healthy for you, okay? They give you lots of energy. So not just in the month of Ramadan, you can even make this date smoothie after Ramadan, okay? Having dates is something that is really nutritious for you. Right, so keep that up. Healthy eating is really good. Keep it up, inshallah. Okay, now we're gonna sing the songs. There's some songs that Teacher Amina has recorded for us, and inshallah we're gonna listen to those. Make sure you sing along with her, okay?
Are you ready to sing our songs? Yes? Are we ready, Hassan? Yeah. Nice and loud, everybody, okay? All together now. Allah is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do. The rivers are His, the mountains are His, the stars are His, and so are we. Allah is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do for you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and for me. Well done. Allah is so big and so mighty, isn't He? Yeah. Allah created, what else did Allah create? He created the moon, the sky. He created, yeah, and He created you and me. Yeah, He did. Okay, are you ready for the next song? The 5 Panjatan? Alright, everybody, 5 fingers up. Nice and loud, okay? There are 5 Panjatan, did you know that's true? Yes, sir, we know that's true. There is Muhammad, there is Ali, there is Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. There is Muhammad, there is Ali, there is Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. Well done. And now we're going to thank Allah for all the blessings that He has given us. Because Allah said the more we thank Him, the more He's going to give us. So we're going to put up our Alhamdulillah hands. Where are Alhamdulillah hands? Everybody put them up and sing together, okay? Alhamdulillah, oh thank you Allah. I can see, Alhamdulillah. I can hear, Alhamdulillah. Thank you Allah for your blessings on me. I can talk, Alhamdulillah. And we're going to try and thank Allah every single day.
You should go on blessing hands.
Yeah, our hands are blessings, our eyes are blessings, our nose, our mouth, all our body parts are a blessing from Allah, right?
And our tummies.
And our tummies to
And
keep our
our
food.
chest.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
our throats, neck,
Everything, right?
everything.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and for our last song is my favorite, the Islamic months of the year. Right? Are we all ready for that one? Yes? All together, okay? Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awwal, Rabiul Thani. These are the months of Islam. Jamadil Ula, Jamadil Ukhra, Rajab and Shaban. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan and Shawwal. Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. These are the months of Islam. Which month are we in right now?
Ramadan.
The month of Ramadan. It's a special, special month where we are the guests of Allah. And there are so many blessings coming down on us. And guess what? Shaitan is locked up in this month. He is not allowed to come and bother us. Isn't that cool? Yeah, Allah is so kind, isn't He? So every salawat that we recite, every breath that we take is sawab. And even sleeping is sawab. Did you know that? Yeah. Should we sing the song one more time? Yeah? Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awwal, Rabiul Thani. These are the months of Islam. Jamadil Ula, Jamadil Ukhra, Rajab and Shaban. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan and Shawwal. Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. These are the months of Islam. Well done, everybody.
Alright, so did you enjoy those poems? Alhamdulillah. Alright, we now have a surprise from our children who they have prepared really hard and made a video for us, okay? So we're just gonna watch a video, special video for Ramadan by the children. So just enjoy the video.
Ramzan. Shahr Ramzan. We are in the holy month of Ramadan. This is the month of Ramadan. Mahe Ramadan. Ramadan is the best of months when we are the guest of Allah. In the Holy Quran, Allah tells us to fast in Ramadan. Ramadan is the month of Quran. Special Ramadan is the month that grown-ups fast. And don't fast. And we need to fast. My favorite food is khajur. Pasta. My favorite one in Ramadan is kalimati. Favorite food is sambusa and kebab. I like sambusa. To recite Quran, the best thing from some is fast. I will start with my family. Watch Islam Kids, Ready Wednesday, Tuesday, Super Saturday. My parents give me kindering whenever I fast, and that's my favorite. Islamic movie. I love to activity and I love to decorate my house. Ramadan teaches us to be strong Muslims. Ramadan teaches us to remember the poor. We need to charity
Did you enjoy that video? MashaAllah, the children spoke really well. Well done, all of you. All right, now we are going to do our special dua for this month of Ramadan. Okay, we are doing the next 4 ayahs of the dua. Okay, so try and recite them with me, and inshallah, we're going to do the meaning of these duas, of these the next 4 lines. Okay, so we'll start with from the beginning, but we're going to do the meaning of just the next 4. So we start from the beginning, all of us together. Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اللهم أدخل على أهل القبور السرور اللهم أغني كل فقير اللهم أشبع كل جاي اللهم أكسو كل أريان. Okay, the next 3 for today are these ones that are on the screen. Okay, so read the first one together. Allahumma akdi dayna kulli madin. So we're asking Allah to help everybody pay their debts. So if somebody has to pay somebody money, for example, I borrowed money from someone, we ask, I need to pay that money back, don't I? So I ask Allah to help me pay the money back. So we're asking Allah to help everybody who owes somebody else, who needs to pay money to somebody, to help them pay the money back to that person. Okay, and the next one is Allahumma afarrij an kulli makroob. Oh Allah, help every sad person. Can you see the girl in the picture? The one with the red dress. Does she look happy? No. She looks very sad. So we ask Allah in this month of holy month of Ramadan to make every sad person happy. Okay, and the last one, Allahumma rudda kulla gharib. Oh Allah, return every traveler back to their home. So there's people who travel to places, and maybe just to keep them safe, yeah, to make sure they come back home safely. When we travel, sometimes it's very easy. We travel in good cars and in aeroplanes, but you know, some people don't end up very lucky. They go through different tests when they're traveling. So in this month, if anybody is traveling, we're praying to Allah that they return home safely. So that was the rest of the part of the dua today. Now, today is a wafat of a very special lady. Okay, so we're going to commemorate the wafat of Bibi Khadijah today. All right, she passed away on the 10th night of Mahi Ramadan. And who do you think, whose wife was she? Does anybody know whose wife Bibi Khadijah?
Prophet Muhammad.
Yes, you're right. She was a wife. She was the wife of the Holy Prophet. So I'm going to start my PowerPoint, inshallah, and tell you a little bit about Bibi Khadijah. All right. So Bibi Khadijah, her name was Khadijah bint al-Khuwaylid. That was her whole name. All right. Now, Bibi Khadijah was the mother of all believers. She was known as Ummul Mu'mineen. She was the greatest woman of mankind. She was a rich woman in Makkah, and people used to call her the princess. She used to call her the princess of Makkah. Can you believe she was called the princess of Makkah? Do you know why? Because she had so much money. But do you know that she didn't keep money for herself? She gave that money to all the poor people, all the orphans, all the widows of Makkah. So she didn't keep the money for herself. In fact, she gave money to everyone. And that's why people called her the mother of all believers. People called her the princess of Makkah. And because of her pure character, people also called her Tahira. So Tahira means the poor one. Did you know Bibi Khadijah lived in a mansion, lived in a huge house, and anybody wanted anything, they would just knock at her door. They would be knock, knock, knock. They would go to her door. And do you know Bibi Khadijah would not let anybody leave the house empty-handed, okay? She would always make sure she gives something to every single body that comes to her house, okay? So her house was visited by the poor, the widows, the orphans, and she was a very kind lady. Okay. So Bibi Khadijah got married to our holy prophet. And that time when everybody started mocking the prophet, you know, when prophet got the Holy Quran, yeah, he went up to the cave of Hira, and the angel Jibreel came came to him and showed him the Quran, gave him the message. That time, people thought he was not, people made fun of him. And they said, what are you talking about? There's no God. How can an angel come to you? So people laughed at him. But do you know, Bibi Khadijah always supported him. He always supported him. And she was the first part, one of the first people who accepted the message of Islam. So she was always there for the Holy Prophet. Now, who can tell me whose grandmother was Bibi Khadijah?
Imam Hussein.
Next, please. Yes, only Imam Hussein. So she was the grandmother of Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. And who was she the mother of? Who is that baby there? Look, Bibi Khadijah is holding a baby. Who is the baby? Well done. That baby is Bibi Fatima. So this was Bibi Fatima's mother, wasn't she? Just imagine, she was a link between the prophet and the imamat. So can you believe what a great personality Bibi Khadijah was? Now, when Bibi Khadijah passed away, the same year that Hazrat Abu Talib passed away. So this year was a very sad year for our Holy Prophet. So he named this year Amul Huzn. That means the year of sadness, the year of sorrow, okay? So this year was a very sad year for the Holy Prophet. And two people from his family passed away. Hazrat Abu Talib, who was his uncle, and his wife, whose name was Bibi Khadijah. And Bibi Fatima was very lonely after her mommy passed away. She was only a little child. Now, the Prophet actually said that my religion, Islam, would not be complete or not existed without the financial help of Khadijah or the sword of Imam Ali. So these two things were very important in the life of the Holy Prophet. The existence of Bibi Khadijah was very important for him. She was his wife and she always supported him. And because of her money, she helped all the money she gave for Islam. Subhanallah. So today, in the memory of Bibi Khadijah, we should try and help the poor and needy. Okay? So we can help the poor and needy simply by putting a little money in sadaqah, all right? And that money, inshallah, that our deed, the thawab of our deed will send to Bibi Khadijah, and we are going to do that for her wafat for today, okay? So inshallah, we're all going to try and put a little money for sadaqah, okay? So that money will go to the poor and needy. All right, so that was about Bibi Khadijah today. Now, we are going to continue our Ramadan calendar. Do you remember last week I showed you the Ramadan calendar? We have 6 little pockets. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you. So we have 6 little pockets and each pocket has a little paper for me. So I'm going to ask, we have a thank you pocket, we have Asmaul Husna, we have Quran, we have prayers for the world, we have Oh Allah, and we have my family. So I'm going to ask Salihan Sakina to help me to pick up 2 more pockets for today. So what are you going to pick up today?
Asmaul Husna.
All right, perfect. So we have Asmaul Husna. So in Asmaul Husna for today, our special, who knows what Asmaul Husna is first of all?
The names of Allah.
Yes, and how many names do we have?
99.
Perfect. We have 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these names are used so special, they are used for du'as as well. So our special name for today will be Ash-Shafi. All right. What does Ash-Shafi mean? Ash-Shafi means Allah is the one who is the cure one. He's the one who cures us. Okay. Whenever we are sick, who cures us? Yeah, whenever we are sick, we need someone to heal us. We need someone to cure us. So I have something magical for you. I have something that you can do when you have a headache or you have a tummy ache, okay? So whenever you're not feeling too well, if you recite Ash-Shafi, right, it is going to work wonders because Ash-Shafi means Allah is the one who will cure you. Allah is the one who will heal you, okay? Or even if your mummies or your daddies, or you go to meet a sick person, okay? So you just put your hand on that person and recite Ash-Shafi, and Allah will cure that person for you, okay? So inshallah, We know Allah is the only one who can cure and can heal our sickness, right? Okay. Our next thing for today, what else should we choose for today?
How about Allah?
All right, so we go to Oh Allah. Now, Oh Allah are the Rabbana duas, okay? So we have a dua hand there, right? And do you know there's so many Rabbana duas in the Holy Quran? So I chose one Rabbana dua for you to learn with me today. And inshallah, we're going to learn the meaning and listen and recite it, okay? So let's do it together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbana takabbal minna. Recite that with me. Rabbana takabbal minna innaka antas sami'un alim.
Innaka
Antas sami'un alim. Do you know what this means? This means, oh Allah, please accept this service from us, okay? And verily, you alone are all hearing and all knowing. Now, what are we asking Allah to accept? What have we done today? What are we doing right now?
we're learning.
We're learning. You all have left all your toys and all the other shows that come on TV, and you've left everything to come on this Babul Ilm session, haven't you? That's so much sawab. So we're asking Allah to accept our little deed, right? Okay, so we're going to ask Allah, Allahumma takabbal minna, oh Allah, accept my deed, because you can hear me and you can see me. So we're asking Allah to accept our little deed. We learned about Islam. We learned about Bibi Khadijah, yeah? So alhamdulillah, Allah is very happy with you. So we're going to continue. If you're anywhere, if you think you want some strength from Allah, yeah, you want something that to help you continue what you're doing, you should recite this dua. Okay, so let's do it once more. Rabbana takabbal minna.
Rabbana
Takabbal minna innaka antas sami'un alim. Right?
Innaka antas sami'un alim.
Well done. So this means, oh Allah, please accept our service. Okay? Verily, you alone are all hearing and all knowing. Okay? So he knows what we do, and he knows what he can hear all the time. He is all hearing. So that's it for today, inshallah. I will now hand it over to Biha to do the craft with you. I hope you have all your materials for your craft. Enjoy your activity.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Today, to commemorate baby Khadijah's wafat, we're going to be making a crown, because if you remember, she was the queen. She was a queen. So we're going to be making this crown. Okay. So for the activity, you'll need some string or some twine. You'll also be needing a punch. If you don't have a punch, you can just use a pencil or something to poke it. Okay. So you'll also need some colors to decorate. You'll also use some stickers or markers. And you'll also need a paper. So let's get started. Does everybody have all of their materials? If you have all of your materials, give us a thumbs up so we can continue. We can start. Okay, so the first step is to take your piece of paper. You can use any color you like, and just fold it down the middle like this. Okay, so once you have folded it, make sure you fold it so it's longer. You want to fold it this way, not the other way. So when you've done that, you can just take a scissor and just cut it. You'll also need tape or glue to stick it. Okay, so once you have cut half of the paper, it's time to move on to the next step. So let me just wait a few minutes until everybody is finished. I think everybody is finished. Give me a thumbs up so we can move on. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is take your piece of paper and cut triangles on the top like this. So to make it easier for you, you can use a pen to draw the triangles. So we want it to look like this. Can you see the triangles on the top? So you can just use a pen and draw the triangles, and then you can cut them later. So that's what I'm doing with this pen, and I'll just show you what it should look like. Okay. So if you can see closely, we have some triangles. And then you want to take it and cut it. Okay, cut it. Okay, so now you can just cut them. And if you don't know how to cut, you can ask an adult to help you. And also remember, scissors are sharp. So if you have some stickers, you can use those to decorate, and you can put some jewels on them just to make it look more like a crown. So if you're done cutting all of the triangles, here, you're just cutting triangles from the paper. So if you're done doing this, then give us a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, write them on the chat box and I will explain it. So we are making these crowns because if you remember, Bibi Khadijah was a princess of Makkah. Okay, so now you can see I have all of my little triangles cut, and now we have this. So here it is. Yeah, so what we did was we just took a paper, we cut it, we folded it, and we cut it in half, and then we cut some triangles. And now we're gonna make it a crown. So now you can just decorate it. You can use colors or pencils or stickers or markers, anything you want, just to make it look more like a crown. Make sure to make it look colorful because it's a crown for a princess. If you have any stickers, make sure to use them because stickers make everything look better. Okay, so we can continue decorating it later, and now we can start making it look like a crown. Okay, so you can just take your piece of paper, and then you want to take two edges. You take the two edges and then put them together like this. Okay. Now it looks like a circle. So you want to take the other tape. You're going to take your tape. You can also use glue, but I think tape works best. Okay. So I'm going to take your tape and then cut a few pieces. So yeah, remember you just take it and just put the two edges together and you've got your crown. You just have to stick them together. Then stick them from the inside or the outside, it doesn't matter. And now we have got our crown, but how do we put it on our head? So you want to take your punch and just punch 2 holes. If you don't have a punch, you can use a pencil. So you want to fold it in half like this. And then you want to just punch 2 holes. And when you're done, you can see you have 2 holes now. Then you can take your string or thread and just measure. And then you can put it through your hole and ask an adult to help you. And put it through the other hole also. And we have got our crown. So I hope you enjoyed this week's show. And don't forget to send in your pictures. Khuda Hafiz. Khuda Hafiz.